This is Severe MMA. We're at Fourth Dimension Gym in Nottingham, and we're a few weeks out from Tanko, and we're alongside co-main event Andre Winner, and you're taking on Saul Rogers. Coming into this, I'm guessing most people now are going, Saul Rogers is probably one of the best lightweights in the UK, in Europe. He should have been on the UFC. You might be coming into this one an underdog a little bit. Do you feel that at all?
I don't really pay much attention to anything, so it doesn't really bother me. I'm confident in my ability and what I can do, and that's all that matters to me. I agree with what you're saying. You know what I mean? He's on a good win streak. You know what I mean? Deservedly so. He should be in the UFC. Realistically, you know what I mean? He beat both guys that were in the final, so he's kind of like the unspoken champ of that season. But like I said, he's a good fighter and everything, but I believe in myself, and that's all that matters.
Does he bring anything to that? We know he's an exceptional grappler. We know he likes to grind. Does he bring anything to the table that, you know, with your experience, that you haven't seen before?
No, I don't think he brings anything that I've not seen. Like you said, you summed it up. He's a strong athlete. He's got a good winning mentality. He's a strong grappler. But again, like I said, I have faith in my ability. You know what I mean? I can wrestle, I can grapple, I definitely can strike. So I'm confident in myself.
Is this a case of stylistically? Is it the striker versus the grappler, or have both of you guys come too far to be branded as the striker and the grappler in MMA now?
I think obviously for the outside eye, our main strengths, obviously mine lies with the striking, his lies with the grappling. But like you're saying, I think it's come way too far in the sport now to be one-dimensional. You know, like I wrestle a lot. I feel confident in my offensive and defensive wrestling. And for him, he probably feels more confident in his striking. I think he gets a little bit of confidence because he's got a strong wrestling base. So, but I think we're both well-rounded fighters.
Again, this is a co-main event, and a lot of people are, again, they're going to be talking about Saul and the fact that, you know, he's, you know, should have been signed and blah blah blah. My question is, do you see this as a fight? Do you see this as a fight back to the biggest stage of all for you as well? You know, knocking off Saul Rogers, no, you've just beat Tough's champion.
No, I don't look at it like that. I fight for myself. You know, I fight to do myself proud. Whatever comes. You know what I mean? I don't want to stop and think, well, maybe if I get this, then maybe this could lead to this or whatever. That's not my case, because you want to be going out there winning every fight. You know what I mean? Performing well. You know, I've had fights where I didn't feel like I did as well as what I could have, so it's left me a bit frustrated. So my thing when I go out there and fight is just go out there and obviously get the win, but you know what I mean, to do myself justice and be proud of myself.
You know, we spoke to a couple of your training partners and Sean himself. We were watching you train, and the one thing we've followed you for a little while. We've seen you train a lot, but everybody was talking about your focus, sort of where you are in the camp at the moment. That this is an Andre Winner that's, you know, perhaps better than any other Andre Winner that's competed. Yeah,
I don't know if it's any better. I just feel as though when I'm focused, I'm really motivated and focused, that's when you see the best out of me, and that's where I'm at.
You know, coming off a couple of losses, does that provide, is there even more kind of, no, I'm not dropping 3 in a row, there's no way, does that enter into it at all?
I won my last fight.
Sorry, sure dog.
It's all right.
Sure, dog, sorry. Sorry.
I won my last fight, and then I had 2 losses. I was on a good run before those 2 losses. And like I said, my motivation was high. I think leading into the first loss, I was expecting to fight. The fight didn't come through, then another fight came through. And I don't think mentally I was in the right place for the fight. I took the fight because I knew I was in good shape, and I kind of maybe a little lackadaisy about it. I fought the fight. I wasn't happy with myself, you know what I mean? I didn't really think I fought with the heart. I didn't have the heart to go out there and put in the game plan that I needed in order to win the fight. Maybe with a few tweaks on that night, I could have still won the fight. And then my fight KSW was a little disappointing. I thought it was a very close fight, and I thought I did enough to get the decision. But again, that was a grappler that just, you know, tried to grind it out. didn't really take any damage or anything like that. It was just, I was a bit frustrated with myself because I shouldn't be losing to guys like that.
Are you guys thinking, are you figuring that that's probably the game plan for Saul? And to come in and grind out
I don't care what his game plan is. I'm going to go out there and do mine.
So this is a case of whoever can implement what they want first.
Yeah, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to implement my game plan, and that's what it's going to be. That's the only way it's going to be.
Is there a finish in this one?
I
know you don't look for him, but
I don't look for him. If it comes, it comes.
It's a big fight. You're fighting almost in, you're going into enemy territory, as it were. You rest assured you're the bad guy walking into that one.
It don't make no difference. There's only two of you in the cage.
One more question. We spoke to Dan. I've spoken to some of the people around. They say that right now that we could see the best version of Andre Winter we've seen in the cage. Up here, does it feel that way in the head?
I definitely feel really focused. I think that's partly because of the guys I got around me, the training that I'm doing, and obviously the opponent. So, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do myself justice, do myself proud, implement my game plan. I'm going to make it my fight. That's it.
People be talking about Andre Winter afterwards, right?
They talk about me before and after.
I really appreciate your time, especially after a hard session. Before we let you go, is there anyone you want to say thank you to, any sponsors you want to share?
Yeah, I just want to thank Booster, GFN, and Fire Training.
Andre, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for letting us watch. I'm
not a problem.
Exhausted just watching, so I'm looking forward to seeing fight. Thank you so much, sir. That's Tanko, the Victoria Warehouse, August 13th, Manchester. Thank you, Andre.
Thank you.